kickstand actually. I never used a kickstand. Ow. That's my breaking nail too. I'm trying to be a little easy on it because I know if I just let it kind of slowly chip off, it's not going to hurt at all. I mean, it hasn't hurt thus far, and it's already broken off a lot. Right now it's 7:32. Well, YouTube can keep track of that time for me, but you know, as far as for you guys. Basically, I'm in my thermals again. It's supposed to be rainy, and we gotta tear off this piece. One of the pieces, like, alright, pretend it's like a fast food building. It's like, you know, the square roofs, kinda, but then they have, alright, it's like the roof, kinda, in Zombies, in Transit, Black Ops 2. On the top, well, I mean, it has that awning, metal awning coming up like that, but, for the roof, it's kind of like that, and then it goes back, from the front back, and then it goes down, kind of. So we put metal this way, and then around the edges, the little barrier edges, you know, we put tar, and then we placed metal on top of that after we did the metal, and then the wall metal. One end was, you know, it was square. The other end was cornered. I mean, they were both cornered, rounded at the end, but, you know, we kind of did it a little differently. We cut the thing and folded it square as opposed to bending the metal rounded, like, on one end. And because we didn't do that on the other end, it just keeps poking out the metal. But this video is more or less for, you know, for those of y'all who don't have a job and you're kind of looking for one. You know, jobs are hard to come by. So every job chance you get, you know, you definitely want to keep a job as long as you can, no matter how much you hate it. Sadly, me, I don't really have much going for me in Connecticut at the moment. I could, whenever I go up there, work at a casino part-time, you know, but then I'd have to ride my bike there. And when I mean my bike, I mean my stepsister's half-sister's 16-inch bike. Tempted about buy like a mongoose and like for up there whenever I'm up there, so I can at least ride a bike, you know. Down here, that'd be funny. Up north, at least I have transportation. I got a bike. And then a skateboard is nice, but the thing is, a skateboard is even more work trying to go uphill. You're still walking most of the time with a skateboard. Skateboards help you get distance when you're going downhill or you're somewhat flat. But I need to upgrade the wheels. I bought a cheapo deck for, I mean, it's a real deck. It's a starter deck, which aren't the best quality. But I'm not trying to bust a trick, you know. I'm just trying to get places. And then I have a bike here, but it's one of those. But nah, figured out about half an hour before work. Now I got 20 minutes. I have to leave at 8. When I first started, man, got up at 6:30. We didn't add till like almost 6. You know, between 5 and 6. It was some rough days, man. But nah, he usually got out around 4 though, which was nice. But let's face it, there was most days we just went from 5:30 to 6, you know. Tin roof houses, or not tin roofs, the metal houses were usually we left a little bit earlier. Unless it was like super easy, then we stay like a little extra longer. A little extra while longer. But you know, if you get offered a job, take it. You never know, you might end up liking it. I've always wanted to do something like manual labor type job, which is nice, you know, and I got a roofing job. Roofing, I think, is a lot easier than construction to a point, but You do a lot of stuff similar to carpentry and stuff. You do a lot of ripping boards up. You do a lot of this and that. Sometimes you do vinyl, you know. But mainly I've done shingle. I've replaced wood. I've tarred. I've done metal. I've done a bit with metal too. I hate shingles. I prefer metal. It's a little bit more awkward, but there's more for me to do when we do metal, though. Believe it or not, because when we shingle, there's just nowhere to hop in. Metal, I mean, yeah, you're standing around for a little bit, but metal, the sheets, it takes a multiple people, so even if you just kind of sit around and do nothing, really, man, if you weren't there, they weren't getting some of these pieces up there in the first place, you know. You get pretty long chunks of metal. You got a piece of metal like what a camper. You're like my bathroom man for a roof. I walk around sometimes, and you gotta, like, you see my bathroom door. Sometimes you got metal like. I mean, it's not that long. Well, it's probably to that chair with my guitar. Can you see it? That little first wall you see come up, and then you see that metal thing right there. Right there. Just below that little piece of wood, and then the white little wall. And it'd be like from then to my camper to there, you know, and it's pretty wide too, you know. It's well, sorry to tell. You know, stuff will be like twice as wide as a queen size mattress, you know, which I have. You know, some pretty rough pieces. Let me hoist out, man. Heavy, man. Well, you gotta do it, man. You gotta do it. I don't have any other job opportunity until I save up. I'm starting to do Bitcoin, invest, man. Do investments, man. Even if you're not an investment type, even if you're not a brainy type, say you dropped out at middle school, man, find somebody who is about investment stuff. Whenever you have a job, no matter how difficult or stressed you may be, always find a hobby. Anything to make money on the side. You know, I don't care how stressful your job is. I don't care if you're working a 12-hour day, man. You find something you can do on the side, man. Because, you know, construction, roofing, plumbing, you don't always have work. You get a lot of work, but sometimes you don't. Fast food, it's, you know, who's more psychologically sane. Roof, or, you know, any type of labor job, it's like, who has more endurance, you know. It's no-brainer shit half the time. And then once you've been in it a couple months, you know, you make it almost do with your eyes closed. But, man, it gets rough, man, but you gotta keep that job, man. If that's your only job, if you don't have any other opportunity, if you never had a job in fast food before, and you're not gonna be able to get one, also understand when people are hiring. If people aren't hiring, you know, treat a job like you would a relationship. As bad as that sounds, you're not gonna go to another girl. I mean, you're not gonna break up with the girl you got until you know for certain you got steady with this other girl. As bad as that sounds, man. But if you got another girl, man, break up with the other girl, man. You know, just like jobs. It's hard to juggle two jobs. Think of women as jobs, man. They are jobs. You got to emotionally care. You got to physically care. And that goes in multiple ways, not just libido. You know, actually help support the family. You know, and when I mean physically, I mean you definitely can't quit your job now if you got a family on the way. I don't give a shit how much you hate your job. But, man, if you hate your job that bad, you know, man, you know, then maybe quit, man, if you're getting, like, harassed and shit, isn't it? But, I mean, yeah. Man, that's why you got people dark out, people in the workplace, because you can't afford to lose your job. You're definitely throwing away your pride and you're narking. Or you quit. And then there's like times when you may not think you need it, but you're like the only person who's got the spunk, and sadly you get the shoddy jobs. But the more and more you do shoddy jobs, though, like the labor demanding, you might get to be able to be the piece cutter, and that's actually the demanding part of the metal. Other than that, it's butter, bedded, scrub in place. You feel like felt, but it's like not as bad. You don't have to do as much. You just gotta put your rafters, get your felt on. A lot less cap nails go in, maybe 2 tops, per row, man. That you gotta do along the thing. Instead of doing like 3 to 4 cap nails, you just gotta do 2, 1 for each stud, and then you go up and down. You put your cap nails all up and down the stud. You just do it in sets of 2 as opposed to 3 and 4 when you go up it. Man, it gets pretty rough, man. But it is what it is, And I'm grateful I got it. Wear your thermals, man. I can't work in the bulk. I can't wear a hoodie, a hoodie. I mean, I like hoodies, but I can't wear them. I can't wear a jacket when I'm working. Gets in my face, dress warm, man. Wear your thermals. That's about it, yeah. I figured I'd make this quick little video for those of y'all who think, man, I'm just gonna live with mom and dad, man. I'm 19, man. And trust me, you want something to do in your spare time. You don't want to be just sitting here. I mean, think about the biggest perk, man. Say you do want to just sit and do nothing with mom at your parents' house all the time. You still need a job to afford your bud, man. If you want to just smoke pot and do nothing the rest of your life, you need a job still. Because bud ain't cheap. Well, pretty cheap, but it ain't free. So, understand that, man. That's why I say you gotta have a hobby so you can use your hobby for, like, your bud money as opposed to taking it out of your check. That way you can, know how to manage your money. Put some up for a rainy day, put a few in the bank, keep some for your bud money, start off just buying a quarter and make that last you a week, man. $60 a week, man. That's not bad. That's a lot cheaper than what a lot of people pay for cigarettes a week. That's 40 a carton, and then people want to smoke like 10 packs a day. That's about 40 every, 10 days, granted, as opposed to every 7, as opposed to 60 every 70. But, let's face it. If you buy by the half ounce, you're definitely saving a lot more money. Man, you'll last in a month, and you gotta make it last a month, man. You can't be huffing it down, though. You gotta make it last. But then, once you stock up your rainy day fund, maybe occasionally take a 50, take an additional 50, take an additional 100 or something, and go buy yourself something nice. Go all out. Throw a little mini party. Me? A lot of my jobs I get like almost $400, man, a week. So I'll take that's like, say every month. With that being the case, I would put $100 away. I have $400 I'm sitting on every month. That's as if I was on disability and getting like the lowest quality, man. That's like food stamp money right there. I could take that food stamp money and just throw it. I could take like a 50 from it or 100 from it. If it's 100 and I just want 50, break it up. And then put the 50 back. Whatever I pull from there, I put back though. So if I pull 50 out of a $100 bill, I put that 50 for the other 50 back in there. You know what I'm saying? So I still have, $350 saved up. That other 50 ain't going back in there and $98. I ain't replacing it, man. I'm spending that, man. I earned it. But, that's the thing. So, definitely know how to manage your money. If you're in church, definitely tithe, man. It's only 10%. And 10%, that doesn't mean always before, after you take out all your bud money, after you put away your rainy day fund, after you put up what you're gonna have in the bank, you know, whatever that last bit of money is, usually it ends up being like $20 to $30 for me. Um, I usually buy food, and then you can take 10% from what you have left from that. But honestly, if you have $30 left, I would just take 10% of the 30 minutes. Really not a big deal. You know, you can still, you're not buying as much pizza. You're just buying chips at that point, man. But tithe, man, I swear. I mean, I'm gonna start tithing this week. Oh, you know, hopefully I get a big enough check, you know. But you know, that 10% might have to come from after I finish all my expenses, which I'm cool with. I don't plan on buying pizza, so I'll definitely have enough. You know, whatever 10% you think, that's between you and the Lord understands, man. But honestly, even if you're trying to Jew out the Lord, man, the fact that you put even a penny into tithing, man, that's better than no, man. You're not getting that much back. But you know, people say a lot of churches are cults, but you know, I go to a Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints church, man, and you know, they're known to actually pay your mortgage, man. It may be a cult, man, but it's like a cult that's willing to pay your mortgage, willing to help you pay for your house, man. Give you a couple hundred, couple $1,000, you know. Even though you're only putting $10 in a week, you know, they'll be more than glad to give you $1,000 a month to, you know, help pay off your rent and crud. I mean, they do sit down with you and make sure you're absolutely dirt poor, but you know. But and under the table jobs, man, I always get those. Those are usually the harder jobs, but well, they're good too, man. Don't make as much, but you also don't lose as much. I mean, there's a difference. Like, you make more as long as you're not trying to pay for a house or anything. If you're trying to pay for, like, a house, you want a real job. One, because nobody's going to give you a loan if you're just dirt poor. No. Even if you can't afford the house right up front. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long you've been saving that money up for. You could save that for years just to buy it once, and then, you know, it's like putting a little, that's like a low down payment for you to never ever have to pay for a house ever again. Rather pay $1,000 up front than have to pay like $500 every month, you know what I'm saying, for the rest of my life. So people do that, but you know, houses get repossessed, so there's a difference. Buy your own land, man. Find a place with cheapo land tax and just live on the land, man. Make sure people don't know you got a house there, but you know, if you got a house, land tax usually doesn't go up too much. Unless you're up north, then that ain't happening. You might as well find yourself a cheapo apartment or live in your car. But so I hope this helped, man.